Perfectionism is the antithesis of creativity. Let me explain. In order to create, you have to be willing to embrace the flaws in that which you produce. Striving for everything to be perfect sounds like a noble goal. It sounds like what you should want. The perfect photograph, the perfect painting, the perfect song, the perfect build. But here's the big secret. Nothing is perfect. The best weld on a fuel tank will still need smoothing off. The best painting will still need a top coat. The best sound will still need some audio sweetening. And the need to be perfect will stop you from pushing your boundaries. You'll play it safe. You'll take the same photograph because you know how to get it as close to perfect as possible. You'll paint the same landscape because you know exactly how the light falls on each of the subjects. You'll play the same riff because you know exactly how long to hold that final note. By never pushing your boundaries and by never taking that chance to make something less than perfection, you will strangle yourself artistically. You will never develop it to be better. Your aim to be perfect will make your art worse. And it's worth remembering that your idea of perfect isn't the same as everyone else's. What I consider beautiful, some other people may consider to be hideous. And while others will see the piece as a whole, you will continue to obsess over the minor details. It's the most common link between every artist. The missed brushstroke, the fumbled note, the patch of surfaced rust, and you will always see the fault. You won't see the beauty of the whole piece. Every artist will say the same thing. A project is never finished. It just gets to a point where you've got to release it to the world. And it's also worth remembering that the most beautiful creator, nature, is filled with imperfections. Nothing in nature is planned, and yet there is so much beauty in it. As artists, we need to embrace the imperfections in our art. We need to embrace these flaws. We need to stop obsessing over the tiny details. It's why photographers love old lenses. It's why musicians love older instruments. Their flaws become part of their beauty and they become perfectly imperfect. And I'm guilty of obsessing over the details so much. We need to look at our work as a whole, not just the one thing that's wrong with it. Looking at our own art as perfectionists will make us despise it, and all it will do is lead to burnout. And in these uncertain times, it's so worth remembering that nothing is static. Everything is evolving, everything is falling apart. There is no perfect, but there is so much beauty if we're willing to open our eyes and see it. I am so guilty of obsessing over the tiny details that nobody else sees when I'm producing a piece of art. Be that a video or a painting or a photograph or a custom bike build, whatever it is, I obsess over every tiny detail and it's all I can see. And it's exhausting. So over the next few months, one of the big things that I want to work on is to stop trying to make everything so perfect. Embrace the chaos that comes along with art and just make things that I find fun again. And sure, that means there's going to be a lot of issues and mistakes and problems with what I'm producing. But I'm slowly learning that even in and of itself is part of the artistic process. And it's also part of growing as a person, which is something that I'm desperately trying to do. Anyway folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that might help a few struggling artists out there to know that you're not on your own. We all obsess over the details and we all should really stop it and learn to just like our art. If this is the kind of video that you'd like to see more of, leave a comment down below. Also don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, it helps me out, lets me know that I'm on the right track. But for now, I've been the Viking. As always, you have been awesome, and I'll see you next time.